This episode is sponsored by Private Internet Access, the world's most transparent VPN provider. PIA has 30 million downloads worldwide and is available on all platforms. As you can see, their website makes it easy to get started. I was able to easily connect to the most customizable VPN on the market and make the VPN experience what I needed it to be. PIA will change your IP address and reroute your internet traffic through an encrypted tunnel, keeping your data and information safe. Private Internet Access works with all major streaming services, and one subscription can protect up to 10 devices at the same time. This also means you can watch videos on YouTube that are geo-restricted or Netflix shows that aren't available in your country. If you go to our custom link, privateinternetaccess.com/CinemaSins, you can get a 3-year plan with 4 months free for only $198 per month. And it's risk-free. PIA has a 30-day money-back guarantee. "47 seconds of opening logos. Reform schools. Also, welcome to the St. Estes Reform School, California."
They can't take you from me. You're my one bright light.
So back when Cletus was a young prisoner, he bonded with a female prisoner he sent notes to through the pipes. And I'm not sure too many prisons keep the men on the top floor and the women on the bottom floor. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's pure fiction. Even so, the idea that his drop point in the pipes leads directly to her pickup point and a direct communication point is as dumb as anything I've ever seen in a movie.
I will always love you!
And I... No one will be seated during the I Saw Panic Room portion of the movie. Reading, or honestly, newspapers. Either works.
That distant cathedral is all I see. Fractured angel, the other part of me.
Who's gonna read that? It's some random haiku.
Haikus have 3 lines that go in the order of 5 syllables, 7 syllables, and 5 syllables. The first line in Cletus's poem potentially has 5 syllables if you play around with cathedral a bit. The second line only has 4 syllables, and the last line has around 10. Eddie doesn't know how to haiku properly.
Keep me ahead of the curve, Eddie. Don't embarrass me. Do you understand?
Ensuring Eddie will probably embarrass you.
The only scoop I'm getting today is double chocolate chip.
No! I get brain freeze!
This is it right here, folks. If you don't enjoy this exchange about ice cream between Eddie and Venom, just turn back now. Go walk your dog. Eat a popsicle. This is a great litmus test for whether or not you will enjoy the rest of the movie. Whoa! Venom has an eidetic memory and amazing drawing skills. For reasons unknown, Venom stops using Sharpies and begins drawing by leaving little bits of his own skin self on the page. And it's weird and gross. Web find it. I feel like if anyone around this mass gravesite needs protective gear and masks and goggles, then everyone should need them. But the cops are walking around here breathing in dead people particles willy-nilly. Even the dogs. So the cops are letting this news crew film all these bodies and interview Brock right in front of the gravesite? And there's only one news crew here?
Brock was able to uncover what the FBI and police could not.
Why is Detective Mulligan so furious? Brock had to contact the police to find the bodies. Mulligan not catching wind of this isn't on Eddie. Why do they keep giving her the daily newspaper? In what world does one successful journalistic story pay the journalist enough to buy a new fancy f***ing motorcycle? Also, doing wheelies in San Francisco.
I need to be free, feeling the wind in my hair and the sun between my toes.
Everyone dreams, I can dream too. Up there, up where the sky's ocean blue.
I'm starving!
So eat those guys.
I can't. Sonny and Cher are best friends.
So he can eat random people but not chickens he shares a roof with? Venom is super picky, man.
Chickens have brains.
I most passionately disagree.
That's chickenist.
Food!
Just a few moments ago, Venom was fully in control of Eddie, but here he's merely controlling Eddie's fingers. So, does he need to be fully Venom to be in full control? How much of Eddie can he control while still hidden? Just Chicken's Live Poultry only takes Visa, MasterCard, and American Express. So, Just Chicken's Live Poultry is a dick to Diners Club.
We are wasting our talent!
The opinions of every Sony Pictures exec after The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Leave him be, leave him be, leave him be!
I get he doesn't want Venom to eat people, but this dude was assaulting a woman in an alley. He deserves some manner of justice.
I will take it to Lucky Strike and I will score a 300-point game!
You won't!
I have to agree with Eddie here. A decapitated head is a poor substitute for a bowling ball. Will be a messy pulp before you get to the 3rd frame. Or so I've heard.
She didn't want our help.
She did not know she needed our help, Eddie. There is a difference.
Venom would eat the most brains at CinemaSins. Also, is Venom normally causing this kind of damage on a nightly basis? This is almost Hancock levels of structural destruction. How would this go unnoticed for so long?
I'm sorry I haven't returned your calls.
This franchise has had Michelle Williams for 2 movies and can't find anything more interesting to do with her than scenes like this. Hardy and Williams even have good chemistry. And it's totally wasted. I hope she got 3 summer homes out of this. She deserves them.
It's over with the doctor! That is the voice of a woman who just got brutally dumped.
How has Venom picked up on the nuance of human relationship interactions in a year or two? Oh look, there's a single crane visible in the background of San Francisco. If they filmed this in Nashville, there would be 14 cranes in the background. Maybe more. But also, you gotta appreciate a San Francisco movie showing visual love to the Bay Bridge over that other one.
How's the legal aid work going?
Can he not even look her in the eye? Is he staring at something on the table or something else?
You could just say congratulations, I'm happy for you.
He did say,
Holy shit, man. Way to go.
maybe it's not traditional congratulations, but it should be close enough, Anne.
You made me feel like I was on a roller coaster. And sometimes you just have to know when to get off.
There's actually only one time to get off a roller coaster. It's at the end of the ride. Otherwise, you would be jumping out while it's in motion, so most likely to your death. Why is this metaphor?
I couldn't even hurt myself if I tried.
You nearly died from oversteering right now. You absolutely can kill yourself. I wish I could play it for you, but Venom is singing Let's Call the Whole Thing Off during this cooking scene, and it's awesome. The sin is for the fact that I can't play it for you.
What if Cletus Cassidy had never been revived?
Maybe we would have had an episode of What If that was interesting?
He would never have thrown a hairdryer in the mother's bathtub.
Okay, but Mythbusters did a whole thing about electronics in the bathtub, and they said it was rarely lethal, so I'll trust them over the guy on death row.
I put him there.
Actually, he put himself there when he decided to be a complete lunatic.
Venom is right. I won't say that often.
You can't be sure who is and who is not guilty.
Considering Eddie was lying to Anne about Venom, why does he just talk to him like this out in the open? Especially around police officers and prison guards. Also, Eddie is a dumbass for even coming here again. But the movie can't happen if he doesn't, so... The guard sees none of the Venom shenanigans. Here's why death row inmates shouldn't be allowed one-on-one visits where the guest can get this close. Imagine Clarice going to visit Lecter for the first time and he's got regular prison bars like this. How many ways does he cook her before the guards show up?
You didn't mean
And I
to.
said I'm
You
sorry!
didn't mean to, but you did it. I mean, you just decided, I don't know, blah, blah, blah.
This movie isn't perfect. It might not even be good, but man, Tom Hardy is so committed to this performance, and it's a blast to watch. I'd prefer having 6 more of these over another Spider-Man something home movie. Eddie and Venom have a knockdown, drag-out doozy of a breakup, where shit gets wrecked and authorities get called, and it is awesome. The sin here is for the fact that you quit watching the film before now. Venom is a dick to Eddie's bike. Once again, no one sees this shit. The only way this movie makes any sense is if 98% of the San Francisco population is legally blind. It was just a matter of time. You literally can't set a movie in San Francisco without showing the Golden Gate Bridge. It's against the law. Are they executing him with Soylent Green? This f***ing guard saw all the damage Carnage just did to his fellow co-workers and still stood around with his little gun thinking it could get Carnage to stop. It's unfortunate we don't always have John Ashton around for these moments of police officer stupidity.
You do that again, I'll shoot you myself.
Note to self, Carnage can turn into a tornado. Carnage turns back to Cletus for some reason, and Cletus is nonplussed about the entire experience. I realize he's criminally insane, but he's not at all surprised by what just happened. I realize you don't want holes in your ceiling, but what are you keeping out with plastic? Certainly not rodents or animals. What's up there? An attic? Another apartment? Whatever you're trying to keep out using plastic is going to get through the plastic. Legit surprised he even has a vacuum. There are 4 lit lamps in this shot. My rule is if you have 4 or more lamps on, at least one of them ought to be providing some fucking light, which these are not. He even has an overhead light, but it's not turned on. Jesus, now he does have the kitchen overhead lamp on, along with 5 others, and this place is still dim as f***. How can you be overlamping and underlamping at the same time?
I'd lay low if I was you.
That's it. Lay low? No option of some police protection or moving Eddie to a safer location? Detective Mulligan is the worst.
Nice costume.
Someone thinking this is a costume. Cannot drive fast in San Francisco. At least, not unless you are a movie production that shuts down bridges and roads.
And once I kill that thing that made me, we will be indestructible.
Why? Is there a symbiote lore that dictates this? Is it like Highlander? This movie rules! Also, Little Sims is performing a song called Venom in a movie about Venom while Venom just happens to be in the audience. This is Vanilla Ice and Ninja Rap levels of metatextual weird.
Diesel protector out!
Venom knows enough about Earth customs to understand what dropping the mic symbolizes, but can't understand that he is crashing this party and is vain enough to think Lil Sims was actually singing a song about him. Trespassing. Out of all the f***ing trees on this property, Eddie shines his flashlight immediately on the one that Cletus and Francis carved their initials in. Venom, let there be convenience.
FB, that's Francis Barrison.
As much research as Eddie has done on Cletus in the past, how didn't he already know about Francis Barrison? I would have had to come up, even if it was accidental, at some point. So Mulligan is the cop from the beginning. Nice twist, but how did Francis's shriek only hurt one of his ears? He should be legally deaf after this incident, if not dead.
Got any of those internets?
He needed the internet, so he went to a f***ing gas station?
I wonder where he could be.
I'm guessing about to pop up in front of you, because this movie wouldn't have it be inconvenienced any other way. But how could Cletus have typed that message in, since we saw in the previous shot that the keyboard was in Francis's main cell, which Cletus is currently standing outside of?
That is so hot.
Naomi Harris is not saying this to me in this scene. Oh, yeah. I always said that all Natural Born Killers was missing was some good old-fashioned tentacle porn. And note to self, don't ever Google tentacle porn again.
She does that again, I'll eat her face.
I love the movie's decision to include the Shriek character, and Naomi Harris is always welcome in any film. But this is the most ridiculous team-up since Mr. Freeze and Poison Ivy and Batman uses the Bat Visa card, or whatever that film was called.
Who said romance was dead?
What?
Put out an APB.
For who? I can't read that screen.
Form a perimeter.
Around what? A prison? A 12-block radius?
Blockade state lines.
Blockade of the actual state lines? That's a lot of ground to cover. Why not just the roads? Entire state line?
And bring in Brock.
Bring him to where? To this destroyed prison? Inside the state lines? Inside the perimeter around the something?
Well, you know what secrets want, Eddie? They want out. That's why they're so hard to keep.
Those sound like Ariana Grande lyrics. You know what the secret want, Eddie. Ow! They want out. That's why they're so hard to keep. Tenderloin Police Station? That sounds f***ing delicious. Yes, I know there's a neighborhood in San Francisco called the Tenderloin. Just let me have my fun.
You mean I need to find him?
Yeah, you need to find him, please. And then I will fix it.
I'll try.
Thank you.
But no need to figure out some idea of where Venom could possibly be. Just go drive around San Francisco. I'm sure he'll turn up.
Oh, don't be a big baby. Go help your friend.
He said I couldn't get a job fixing toilets.
Honestly, Venom, he was right. You can barely find a host that won't die while rejecting you as a symbiote. But also, if you know you're struggling to find a host, why would you go into a nice woman you like? You might get her killed.
A red wedding.
Spoilers, I'm only on season 1.
Everything that I did not do.
Apologetic skip. Seriously, how does this symbiote cleansing work without hurting the host? That thing just passed through some of Anne's major organs, and she's making snide remarks 2 seconds later about wanting to do it again. This can't be that painless of a process. I grow tired of watching people shoot bullets into Carnage or Venom.
We found you. Shriek will be so pleased.
What are the odds that the cop who shot Shriek years ago is the very cop that now knows Eddie Brock and has come to check on him? They are lottery odds. Lottery odds! I hate it. Also, Carnage, you didn't find shit. He landed in your lap. Superpowered villain with a revenge boner steals a ring.
A nice shiny lure for a little fishy.
And like Mary Jane Watson before, Anne is going to end up being the damsel in distress in every one of these Venom movies, isn't she?
Hello, Anne. I just incapacitated your boyfriend.
Why is that so funny? Is the cathedral under repair? Does the movie think the scaffolding and plastic on the pews adds something to the scene? Because I don't feel like it does.
Oh, where you going? What are you doing? This is much worse than I thought. That is a red one.
What does that even mean? The movie never gives us an explanation, so why is this reaction? Venom is scared of Carnage because he's a red one. But after Eddie promises to let Venom eat all the non-priest humans he wants, Venom comes out immediately to fight Carnage. And something seems off here. Either he was too scared of Carnage like a little bitch, or he's too easily swayed by permission to eat people like a gross little bitch. What is Carnage shooting at Venom? Bits of himself? Are those harder to dodge than bullets? For as much fun as this movie has been, this final battle comes down to a lot of alien symbiote punch bullshit. And I have no idea who is more powerful between Venom and Carnage, and the movie chooses not to answer that question in any kind of interesting way. There is no reason for an all-CGI Venom Carnage fight to be cut to hell like an MCU scene, and yet it is.
Mayday, mayday, mayday! Cletus Cassidy!
I want Mayday, 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 Cletus Cassidy to be my new ringtone. So Gary, or whatever, temporarily lights Carnage on fire. Then Carnage, once the fire is put out, still leaves Venom to pursue the human that set him on fire, like a guy who has no firm grasp on his goals in life. Jesus.
Mano a mano, Brock.
Because they ended up in an under-construction building that somehow already has a functioning bell on top of it. And seriously, what's up with that f***ing bullshit? The symbiotes have to take a backseat while Tom Hardy fights Woody Harrelson in what should be the most lopsided fight in history, but probably will be played as pretty equal.
You didn't write about the part where Cletus was abused by Mommy, Daddy, and Granny!
Not sure I heard you say anything about this in this movie, but if you did and I forgot it, that says more about you than it does me. Do you think Carnage doing a Jesus pose in front of a stained glass window might be a little tonally dissonant? You're fired.
I'm not crazy, man.
You are.
You're going to watch her die.
Carnage has Eddie dead to rights, but sure, try to kill Anne first so Eddie and Venom can recuperate. That seems smart.
Baby, that's too much.
What the f***? Just now she's gonna grow a conscience? Are you f***ing serious? Just like Spider-Man Homecoming, our hero is empowered by pushing a bunch of rubble and concrete off of them. The news cameras are definitely here, so this monster shouldn't just be rumors in Venom 3, because everyone is seeing this
Let there be carnage!
Definitely roll the credits on this bitch right now. You, movie. I'm a huge fan, and this is still super stupid. Cletus survives this.
He did not taste good.
Shocker. Rumor has it, since it's been so long since they've had one worth celebrating, Detroit Lions fans are counting this movie as a win. He returned to the park and found the 2 chickens still there, thriving? You, movie. The homeless population in San Francisco, which the city seems reluctant to deal with, absolutely caught, plucked, and cooked Sonny and Cher, and they are dead and eaten. You, movie.
You spin the wheel of mayhem to go up the ladder a chance. You go past the mud hut, through the rainbow ring to get to the golden monkey. You yank his tail and boom, you're in Paradise Pond.
You're not gonna be small forever.
Are you pen pals with an ant?
How can we be expected to teach children to learn how to read if they can't even fit inside the building?
Every hero has an origin story.
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Oh, yeah!
No, you fix that wall before my dad gets home from work. He's gonna beat me with a belt. He's not gonna believe a talking bowl of fruit punch came in here.
Meteor
You're the coolest, you're the hottest, and you're the bravest.
I am.
No, I'm still standing right here.
Oh, yes. There you are.
I was a loser before I met you.
Yep, that's right.
And now I am someone. You made me special.
You're not a loser, Eddie. You're a winner.
Knowledge.
Shall we dance?
We will need a cape and a mask.
Knock it!